In today's video, I would like to address some of the important questions a lot of you were asking. Can XRP really do something? Do you think XRP can perform in this market situation? Price is not moving. Can we really make money? Especially, can the crypto market allow us to make some money here? People are looking at the fundamentals, the technicals, a lot of different things happening in and around us in the market. We're watching some of these stocks are hitting all-time highs. We're watching big companies, the giants are still going up. Risk on sentiment in the market is increasing. Giants are scooping up crypto, Bitcoin here in the ETF. So what do you think the market is going to do? Do you think this is bullish or bearish? That for me looks like a rejection at the moving average on a weekly chart. That's for dollar. And at the same time, you go look at Bitcoin. That's interesting, isn't it? Because when you take all of that into account and go look at the price action and what the price is showing us, this becomes super important. Remember, we discussed about this yesterday. That thought process worked out great. Now, what do you think it's going to do right now if you follow the price action just like that right now? Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. Say, link is up. It's slowly grinding higher. You're watching this. It's already up 28% for the week. It's up like 150% for the year. And you're looking at that. Okay, what's really happening? Before a month, we had this discussion. Okay, people are slowly moving out, but that's a reaccumulation. Watch the strength, right? That thought process was then followed up and we discussed about this possibility. Now we are trying to learn here, right? Look at the RSI. It had that trend, it broke higher, retested, bounced. Great. Now we are focusing more on to this, which is the signal of a breakout. We wanted that. And the initial one was at 13.99. The next one was at 15.76. Right now, you're watching that the price is at 17.83. It's grinding higher. So the market kind of gives you this idea of what it's doing. Is it coming down? Is it at that accumulation zone? Is it going up? Using this, if you utilize that correctly into different trading thought process, you can actually see the market kind of rewards you. Yes, you need a ton of discipline. Yes, you need a ton of patience to go through these and get those opportunities in front of us. Say when you look at the market on a short term, say this is a short term chart, an hourly chart, right? And I actually showed you guys and told this, okay, watch, the price is going down, but the RSI is going up. That makes us think, right? Because someone is selling heavy, but someone else on the other end is buying super heavy. So I'm like, okay, most likely we're going to go up. But before all of those started, we had this thought process. Watch, we would come down to this range, 41,800, just near that territory is going to be cool. It's going to be great for us. Now we go into the price action. We want to see like, okay, what's the price doing? If we are going in the right direction and you are getting value, smash that like button and let's continue. Can we understand something from that? The price came to 41,880. Okay, so that was the support which the price action supported. Did that thought process of the corrective action in the market play out? Yes, it did. Now, what should happen after that? We were following this and it was literally like, okay, the volume increased, but someone absorbed all of those. Right now, when you're in the market, you know who absorbed all of those selling pressure. Or in other words, giants are buying more and the retail, the weak hands are selling because the daily supply coming into the market is way less, 900 Bitcoin. And they are scooping up like 3,000, 5,000 per institution and it's coming from retail. So who's going to lose? That is the thought process. People are going to make money. They're going to make a lot of money in this market. But you need to know if you see a trend once, twice, and the next time if it is getting supported, there should be a bounce. So we shared this thought process. Again, that's a short-term chart showing, guys, watch this. The price is not going down, it's going up each time. You have a rising trend line. And look at the RSI. The RSI was going down. So it was like more sellers entered the market trying to push the price down, but they failed. Price didn't come down. Price went up. What does that actually mean? Bulls were really strong, and that was the thought process, right? They're attracting more buyers each time it's dropping. And this right now shows, yeah, we were on point. The price actually went up to 43,400. So the initial thought process of that's going to go up above 43 worked out. You are on a short-term chart here. You're watching this. What the hell is really happening right now in front of us? Because I would argue that's important. Yes, the daily chart is just getting started. You need to see the daily close. That's important. But as of now, if you're in the market looking at Bitcoin, asking the questions like, oh, what can we absorb here? I'm like, okay, guys, watch this. We had volume, higher volume for selling. The price started pushing lower. The next day, we had even more volume for selling, but the price didn't go that down. So sellers were weak. Now you got some buyers and they pushed the price up way above the previous candle, which had even more volume on the selling side. So buyers were strong. Right now, the volume is just getting started. Being honest, you literally have to wait for another 23 hours to see how the daily closes and then see. But right now, with the same amount of buying volume, the price is not showing you the same amount of increase. So sellers are active in the market. There's a short-term scenario. That's why you'll have to go on to a short-term chart here. So here, on a short-term chart, we're trying to make sense of what really is happening in the market. We have a trend line that now is acting as a resistance. We get that. Fine. Is it like the strength is going down? No, it's not. MACD is in the positive zone. It is trying to cross back to the upside. Say you don't want all these noise. Great. Erase all of those. Go on to a Heikin-Ashi chart. This way, what you are doing is you are reducing the amount of noise in the market and looking with more clarity. Great. What's happening there? Yes, you do have a trend line, but you're looking bullish. You're coming back above the moving average on a 4-hour chart. You look at this chart on a daily and you're like, whoa, whoa, SI, that's good. Yeah, it is. You broke the moving average. You retested that and you're trying to bounce off. Isn't that good? You already had a lot of selling pressure coming in, but they were not able to pull that price below the moving average. And with just a little bit of buying pressure, you're still holding on to this range, which is actually absolutely bullish, because the moment you understand that weekly looks like this, you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. The amount of sellers who entered at this point, anticipating the price is going to come down to 36 or 32, right now is panicking. The moment they start stepping out of the market, you will see some big price action. One of the primary reason I say that is the existing history shows you this clearly. When Bitcoin or any asset for that matter, especially in the crypto market, you see the RSI going back above 70 plus. That's the kill zone for bears. So if you are trying to short this asset, be careful and good luck. But think about this. You go back in history of this asset, you're taking a weekly chart, not a micro. You're looking at a weekly chart. Each and every time you bounces back in to this range, you know what happens. We all know what happens. But the reality is, keep your emotions aside and say, okay, last 10 times when that happened, the price behaved like this. Fine. Why should it be different this time? And use that to your advantage. Because the moment you understand that this is what we are doing on a monthly chart, I seriously hope you understand the seriousness of this. Monthly chart entering into the overbought zone historically has started pushing the price up like crazy. You're going back, all the way back as much as possible, and you're like, okay, if that's what we have seen historically, are we going to do something similar? Take the average. That's massive. We don't want that. They start up from here. Perfect. The next one is starting at this point. So I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, the ROI is reducing each time you're going up. That's for sure. What would the next one look like? Okay, 16x, 12x, then 5x. What should be next? 100%? 200%? But in any case, that means you're not talking about a $40,000 Bitcoin. You're talking about a 80 to 100,000 Bitcoin being conservative. If you're optimistic, you'd say 3x. Fine. That still takes you all the way up. Let's be precise. Say at this point, if you see the price going up 300%, what are you really talking about? 170,000. I'm not that optimistic. I would say 80 to 100,000 is a fair value for this asset. Maybe I'm completely wrong. With all these institutions going nuts in this asset, it can go up. But we'll follow what the market shows us, not what they say towards us. Now, you take all this information and you're like, okay, I kind of get the idea where you're going with this. But I would like to look at the XRP and say, do we have some hope? Do we really have some hope for XRP? Does all this price action make some sense in XRP? I'm like, yeah, guys, watch. Now the screen is playing crazy. Fine, this is good. You're watching that you have two trend lines, short term and a micro. Both of them are trending lower. What does that mean? Price is going down. Nothing much. But when you compare the RSI and the price, you're like, oh, RSI is not dropping much. Initially, it came back to the original point. It bounced off. Bullish divergence. Next time, you're coming down there and you're bouncing off. Again, bullish. So the first one is hidden bullish divergence. The next one is bullish. So I'm like, okay, bulls are starting to peak outside, which for me as an XRP investor, it's like, okay, come on guys, do something. This is 0.5. You've been here for some time. That's what creates opportunity. The amount of frustration in the market at this level is super crazy. We all understand the fact that people, investors, human beings get all this. We understand that. We are trying to look at the market with logic, keeping the emotions out. So here we are trying to say, okay, the market is not performing heavily for sure, but are you breaking to the downside? Or in other words, is the sky falling down? That's something I would really ask to you and really would like to know what you think. Because I've seen some Twitter posts where they say, yeah, guys, watch. This is what XRP is doing now, which means you may break like this. You're going to go below this. Seriously. Maybe that's a possibility for sure. I'm not mocking them. But I'm looking at the market. You have way more selling power than the last time, but the price is not below that level. What does that mean? Great, you can put the argument. Okay, Sai, that's a 3-day chart. Yes, it's not short term, but it's not a weekly. I agree. I take this, put it on a weekly and ask you the same question. The answer is not changing. You see this? The reason I used a 3-day chart is to include more noise, a little bit more, not like a 4-hour, to give you guys the right idea. But with all of this happening, are we going down? I mean, think about this in another way. Easy portion. If you look at these candles, that's how much? 4 candles to the upside. Great. Perfect. After that, from that moment, you are literally watching 11 candles to reach the downside. And still, you haven't actually reached the absolute bottom for that run up. So you had 4 weeks to the upside, and it took sellers 11 weeks to push the price down to test that support, the base. Who do you think is strong here? Right, that's an easy way at looking at things. Now, for us to look at this price action and say like, okay, we had a lot of bullish volume here, but the price didn't go up. So we had liquidity coming in or sellers strengthening there. Fine. We saw same amount of selling pressure. The monthly came down, closed down. Great. Now, where's the monthly right now? It's at that zone, the support region. 1. 2, if you're actually reducing noise even on the monthly and you're putting on the argument, okay, I'm on a monthly, I would like to see the trend. This is what you're looking at. So you're not actually trending lower. You're literally doing the double bottom, staying at the upside. It's not going down. Now, if you want more confirmation about the market, you're not only looking at one asset, you are interested in the entire market. So you're like, okay, this is the trend which we have seen. We broke that up. Are we going to retest that here? 0.24. Do you think we're going to break through this range, which has been the local bottom of the market cycle? If we do that, it's done, guys. If we do that, it's kind of done. For some reason, someone is scamming us. If that's what's coming in front of us, I would say that's one of the best scam in the market, which was supported by the IMF, World Economic Forum, UN, everyone else. But what do you think the odds are for that? Because literally, they don't want to end the business model for
Slightly
this
behind my
asset
original projections, but
just like that. I don't think they would like to do that. I think they're looking at the future. I think they're looking for this target market. Now, I'm not saying they'll take the entire 50 trillion, maybe 10 trillion. That itself is a huge market. That itself will push the price up. So you are literally understanding the fact that the market is about to reward a lot of people. Now, if you're a short-term guy, yeah, you understand the market is volatile. If you're a long-term guy, that's where this helps you a lot. This is your pattern. We've been talking about this inside out from all these times as you were breaking through this range. Now we're coming back down, getting rejected. I would like this to come down. That was the time Bitcoin, crypto went up like nuts. That was the time you saw Bitcoin, crypto peaking back in 2017. So will this be different this time around if we are breaking to the downside? I don't think so. I think those who have patience, those who have discipline, they are going to make a lot of money. For sure, you should know which of these assets stand higher chance. Right now, when you're in the market and you're looking at things, you're like, there is a lot of different assets starting to do something. Where do you allocate your money? That's a big question. So if you're looking for some big, decent moves, you want a medium cap asset, not a large cap asset. You're like, I'm a high risk guy. You need a low cap, small cap, nano cap asset. So it depends on what you're looking for in the market. But for sure, when the market shows you opportunities, if you abide by them, it kind of rewards you. You need the patience, you need the discipline, you need to know where you have to look for. That's where the SI family has the advantage, right? That's why I say learn on a regular basis. If the market shows you something, you should understand that. The market is telling that to you when you're looking at the chart. That should help you succeed in this market. So guys, if you received value from this video, smash that like button for me. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.